The reason I'm hired to do an auction instead of someone else is because I am the most entertaining auctioneer and at the same time bring in more money at virtually every event that I do than any other auctioneer and or celebrity.
For $15,000.
If we're selling the same item, two people selling the exact same item, I will simply bring in more money. Not only do I bring in the most funds, the most money, but people actually get to leave and say, no matter how much they spent, they get to leave and say, wow, we really had a good time. I make an auction fun really through humor.
If you hear me say something during the auction, like, well, to the best of my knowledge, you understand I'm not that smart. No, now, I have no knowledge.
Let's take the auction that you just saw.
It's a $5 bill.
You saw me start off the auction with a $5 bill. That's to warm up the audience. Now, when I hold up a $5 bill, they know the value. It's worth $5.
However, the value of this $5, I don't know, to the best of my knowledge, this bill is worth $2,000.
I just sold it for $1,500. I got $1,500 for it because my auction, more than anybody's, is a game. It's a game that people are playing.
It's still low. 7 is there. 7 is there. 8.
I'm the leader of the game.
$10 there. 10's about 15. Go right to 15 and it'll scare them. 15.
So a $5 bill selling for $1,500 with competitive bidding. So that's not two people who just want to make a donation of $1,500. That's people bidding all over the place in order to participate in the party. If you don't bid, you're not playing. If they're playing the game of my auction, then they're spending money because that's the only way to play the game.
25, 25. You haven't even covered a fraction of the value.
It's for me to convince them that because of the cause, because of the organization or the charity that we're there, it's worth it to them to spend much more money on that item.
I only wish they made another $5 bill of this value. I would sell 2. Wait a second. Oh, wait. Holy cow!
At the conclusion of each of my auctions, I end it, but it's not really over. There is one additional thing that I do in the auction, which I call Fund a Need. Fund a Need is simply giving an impassioned explanation of the organization, why we're gathered there, and then asking for dollars.
There is a new program that we're looking to raise money for that is a very special program.
The dollars that come in often eclipse the money that comes in, and I'll call them feel-good dollars because that's what they are.
Groundbreaking program that brings live theater accessibility to children with autism and their families.
I did an auction recently for Teddy's Fund. The Fund a Need brought in $625,000. All right, so that's how much money came in after the last item was auctioned off. People have seen me do it and have done it at their event. The problem with their doing it, they will never bring in the same amount of money as I do for 2 reasons. Number one, I'm just better at it. Number two, because they don't really have a sense of what level to begin the request for the money.
What I would like you to do is raise your hand and donate $5,000 to help us get off the ground.
And how long for it to run the Fund a Need.
Bidder number 143, that's $5,000. Bidder number 103, question, that's $5,000. Can we get anybody else? Please hold their hands up at the $5,000 level.
And my skill is timing it properly. People don't feel it went too long. I start at the right level and then go down. And so I really maximize a Fund a Need, whereas people who imitate it, they can't. One of my greatest skills is having people spend a lot of money at the auction and then walking out and saying, well, I spent more than I ever thought I was going to spend, but I had a really good time. If they don't have a good time, I don't care if you're raising $20,000 or $500,000. If they had a bad time, if they didn't have fun, they're not coming back. I feel as if I'm part of the charity when I do an auction. When I'm part of the charity, I feel differently than other auctioneers. It's not just a job. I care about the charity. I care about maximizing their money.